When I first started watching the show, I didn't know it was made by one of my fellow Dwarmlets, by Lofi Animations. But it is, and yeah, this is a genuinely pretty good object show. So I'm going to be ranking every episode so far. I was doing an Anime Insanity ranking, but it was way too long and my phone basically exploded. It literally gave me like a burn on my finger through the case. Like, wow. But now I will be ranking every single episode of Untitled show, starting with season 1, episode 1. Season 1, episode 1 has a pretty good. Why do I not write scripts for these videos? Oh my god! Season 1, episode 1 introduces the characters very well, but the personalities are a bit bland. But I like this part,
which is
and the prize. Some people might call it bland, and it's just a giant house, which really isn't that big. Cause look at Peanut compared to it. Peanut's like more than half the size of the house. It cannot be that big. And Paper is the size of the chimney. Look at that! But this episode is very short, like a lot of the other episodes. And the challenge is kind of bland. Stay on top of the prize. But it's an alright challenge. This probably won't be that high in my entire season ranking, but it's still pretty good. Episode 2. The intro for this episode is kind of funny. I like how it's like, what's it up like, Ruby? Why don't I write scripts? But then we start the first elimination called Noodle or Caboodle, which is a pretty good name for the elimination. Like, I don't know why 3rd grade me came up with pie at lamb. Well, I do know why. Want to know why? I'll give a little history lesson. I saw that it was cake at steak. So the opposite of cake is like pie, right? And then we didn't change the at, because I don't know what the opposite of at would be. Maybe it would be hashtag, I don't know. And steak, I didn't know that lamb, that's like steak is a type of meat, and also lamb is also a type of meat. But I didn't know that in 3rd grade, so pretty stupid. But I thought lamb was the opposite of steak or something, so I made it pie at lamb. Da-da-da-da. Pie at lamb.
all the points are gone. We are free of them now, but we look on to the moment that we see the next slice of
Pie.
A step closer to the
Pie.
brought on by
Pie at lamb. Look at that. Peanut smells like fried chicken. But the challenge is to be blue, and bowling ball is the only blue one. So yeah. But they could have made it like a bit better, because I don't want to spoil for the next episode of my show, but in TT Moss 5 or 6, I can't remember. The challenge after the episode that comes out next, the challenge is gonna be to become green. I think I can remember. But like, should at least give the characters some time to like try to become green, like in BFDI A17, where you have to become your true self again or whatever. I'm talking way too long. But unfortunately, Money is eliminated this episode, and I really don't know why, because Seashell is just the most boring character ever. Really don't know why, but whatever. Guys, newsflash, I'm an idiot. Seashell is eliminated this episode, but I don't know why, because I don't know how, because in a later episode we see the debuter smash Seashell, so I don't know if they escaped from the basement, but whatever. But this episode actually has an intro, and it's a pretty good intro. Please release the FLA files. But this episode's pretty good. I'd say above the last one. Episode 3. I like how football, which by the way I'm pretty sure is like a play on Leafy, because in BFDI 1, Leafy is revealed to be football, but that's obviously not true. It's just a joke. But I like how football acts like Leafy from BFDI 4 or 5, I think. Or 3, I can't remember. But then, yeah, this. And it's time for Noodle Caboodle. And the noodle this time is...
It's a chicken flavored noodle. Paper, you're the first one safe with 9 votes.
I really like Paper's personality. It reminds me of Notepad from Animatic Battle, in that they type what they say and use emoticons, like price tag from Teapot, and I just really like that. It's a personal preference of mine. And QB is eliminated. QB really didn't do anything in any challenges, and they were literally meant to be bland because they're literally just a cube. That's all they are. A white cube. That's all they are. And you might be saying money is just money. Silver coin is just a silver coin. And peanut is just a peanut. But they have personalities, and QB was just there. He just existed. Oh yeah, bowling ball's stupid.
Seriously, how am I supposed to know what this means?
Oh my gosh, bowling ball. You can't be this dumb. You have to write your name. Write your name.
Hey Pentagon, we finished the test. Well, looks like you guys are up for elimination.
Oh my gosh, bowling ball. When will you use that big old brain of yours, boy?
Wait, where's Paper?
And it's pretty obvious who's gonna get eliminated because Paper is a fan favorite and bowling ball is also a fan favorite. So it's sad to say that football is eliminated, but it's not really that bad. Also, we get to see all the eliminated. No. Frick! Why do I need to write scripts for these? Okay, we get to see all the recommended characters like Relly and Sonic CD, and I'm seeing which ones are from Jormlet. Oh, there's Fiery from Animator 3. But I'd say this episode is better than episode 2. Yeah. Episode 4. And there's this guy called Pizza John.
Got it from Pizza John's Pizzeria. Wait a minute, you said Pizza John?
Did I have to say Pizza John? But I think it's funny that Pina used to compete in Pizza John's show, and then we see Pizza from BFPOR. No, not BFPOR. From Battle for the 4 Sacred Weapons. I can't remember the acronym. And we see Pizza from that, and the Delta Peanut, yeah. Oh yeah, some guy keeps escaping the basements. I can't remember which one it is, but it's time for Noodle or Caboodle. Noodle or Caboodle? Oh yeah, Noodle or Caboodle! And Paper makes the fiery face.
Vote! And Paper barely survives with 14 votes.
No!
And football does the Ruby thing. So now we're down to the final 5 already. This show is going by very fast. I can't wait for season 2. But there's no challenge, because the viewers get to vote on who gets to join the show. So there's Computer Junior by Desi. There's Fire from 3. Don't know who Milk Animations is, or J4XBF. Oh yeah, Relly from Toxic Bomb. Wait, no. Sonic CD, which I want to join, even though he doesn't. But I don't know who did it, so I don't know who. I'm just looking for the Jormlets, bro. And Triple Chi. I like this one. There's Windows, Fishball. Chicken Dippin', which is Formula, by the way. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is. Don't know who this guy is. Wait. Jay voted twice. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is. Wait, does he voted again? Don't know who this guy is. Don't know who this guy is. Thomas Simpson, the fanboy on YouTube. I don't know who any of these guys are, except for the ones that are very obviously Dormlets. Don't know who this guy is. Don't know who this guy is. Wait, Hypernova. Oh, I think that's a Dormlet. I recall that name. and can't wait to see who joins. But just because of the recommended character things, this episode's going right above episode 2. Episode 4.5 is barely even an episode, but it's funny, so I'll be generous. Below episode 1. Now, the newest episode in the series is actually very good. Maybe I'm just saying that because it's the newest episode, but just look at this guy. He's my new favorite character. Like, he just acts exactly like Me Phone 4S, but he's like funnier. A lot funnier. Like, look.
I got my replacement speaker box.
Hello, you monkeys.
And I literally made a compilation that I didn't post of this episode, but only when he says, you monkeys. That I apparently deleted. Frick! But I'll just make it right now.
Monkeys. Shut up, you monkey. You monkeys. Monkeys. Your challenge is to find Seashell since he's gone.
Easy breezy, lemon squeezy.
And 3 commits murder. This is a very good episode, and it would probably still be at the top and would probably still be the best episode in the show so far, even without the you monkeys parts. But the you monkeys brings it to the top, so yeah. And here's my overall season ranking. Oh wait, bro, my phone's about to explode. No, not again!